for what I'm sure will be a debate about this bill, which is lighthearted and which acknowledges that all of us have an interest as politicians to see a thriving public discourse that includes taking the mickey out of us. It's in our DNA, Madam Speaker. It's part of the Kiwi approach to our politics is that we can have a bit of a laugh and enjoy a robust debate, as well as at times, taking the mickey out of politicians as a form of legitimate discourse. It will be very surprising to most New Zealanders to realise that there is not a carve-out in our law for that kind of free-spirited debate already, and we should have been there many decades ago, but here we are trying to find a way forward on this in a members' bill, and I congratulate Kahuranga Carter for having this drawn and for taking it through. Well done to you. I know behind the scenes you've done a lot of work to ensure that there is a level of cross-partisan consensus on this, and that is the best of us when we can get together and make sure that we can find a way forward that everyone can agree on. Because Madam Speaker, when I think about what I would like to see more of because of this bill, do you remember, when I was growing up in the Helen Clark years, and I thought Helen Clark was really my auntie for quite a long time, do you remember that we would have these ads on sort of ZM and mainstream radio of Helen Clark singing to an Eminem song and later John Key doing the same? Satire was a real part of the discourse of my generation growing up with politics in our everyday lives. You were listening to, let's not talk about Eminem, sorry. Legitimate discourse. But part of growing up in New Zealand and engaging with politics was about satire, was about being able to laugh at our leaders, Helen Clark and John Key. And now, for instance, there is a play about Helen Clark on it. The Auckland Theatre Company is running Helen Clark in 6 outfits, which will also be funny and poignant. But being able to have that as part of our culture is absolutely essential to a thriving political discourse. It's not all about the cost of living, although most of it's about the cost of living, isn't it? Housing, health, jobs, got it? But also, it's about seeing politicians as people. Seeing people who are part of our communities, who we can laugh with and at. And this is a bill which helps that along. Good on the member for bringing it, and I hope we pass it into law.
It was short, sharp and sweet. But it's great that you mentioned about, now, the TV show was called Facelift.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Facelift TV show NZ. So if we remember, so if we go over to here, and we'll get back up there. If anyone remembers that.
Yeah.
So they had ones there. This is Paul Henry and Kay Gregory. Here's one of Paul Holmes. Here's John Campbell interviewing Jeanette Fitzsimons. This is Don Brash with Helen Clark and Jerry Brownlee. I think that is meant to be David Logie. I have no clue who the hell that's meant to be. This is the John Key version. Actually, we need to boost that. How do we boost that up?
Oh, you have to go to the actual page to make the picture bigger.
Oh, okay. Here's a Peter Jackson version. More Winston Peters.
There you go.
We had a lot of fun with Facelift at the times, and sometimes they wrote those scripts, like they had those scripts written out so quickly that someone will be sent on Tuesday, and then it'll be written ready for Wednesday for when the show had to broadcast. It was quite funny how quick they used to get things off the mark. I mean, I think we had Helen Clark had the Eminem song.
I don't know. They had a bit of an argument about Eminem in there.
That was John Key. That wasn't Helen Clark's one. So now where is it? It's this one here. Stupid ads.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but if you sit there and remember, there was a parody song with Helen Clark on.
Guess who's back again. Helen's back. Tell a friend. Helen's back. Young New Zealanders wouldn't know, of course, that I used to do a bit of breakdancing. That's just me, my bad thoughts. There you go, look at this. Wait a minute. They say I'm a monster, but nobody wants to vote National no more. They want Labour, a real leader. So if you want Helen, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of woman mixed up with some rock beer. Some pitbull to pull your votes quicker than taking tax off cigarettes and hard liquor. Pick a minister, you prefer to make the calls. Not sure if I sex, but I know I got boys and watching so many of the leaders debating over whether I should have signed my name to the paper. I know that you've got a job, Mr. Campbell, but you're starting to say things I can't handle. So that little C won't let me be talking about corn, that's not GE free. He tried to shut me down on TV3, but at least my head don't look like a trophy. So come on and vote, it's red all the way, or I'll cry like I did on White Kangy Day. Tick 2 boxes and don't be silly. Hey, check out the poll.
Sorry, I had to stop it.
Sorry?
I had to stop it because I know we've gone well over the 6 seconds that YouTube allows before they automatically copyright strike us.
Oh, okay. No, they haven't actually done that. Also, the other one is that there's a what's it called? It might be a advertising revenue one. It will be, yeah. It's all right. I mean, we haven't been taken off here.
Well, no. It'll just be a strike later on our account.
Oh, means we might have to get advertising revenue.
Right.
But then I can always give it. It's called fair use. It's called doing it's called what do you call it? There's a fair use thing that would meet the category of it because we're doing news and information. Yeah.
Right.
If we remember how hype with that.
Yeah. You still have to break it up into chunks. You can't just play the whole thing through.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, we've done that. Yeah.
And you have to have conversation about it.
Which is what we're doing right now.
we are doing that right now. Yeah. But no, I watch more than enough reaction channels on YouTube to I've seen more than enough people get stung.
Yeah.
But actual commentary on the bill is probably a good idea too, because we didn't even do that on the second speech, and probably surprise a lot of people. But I heavily agree with National stance for this. Like, I don't agree with National on anything.
You've got to sometimes agree with them, and not all the time, but sometimes.
Sometimes, very, very sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I agree with them more often than I agree with certain other parties, but
yeah, but you've got to agree with them sometimes. You can't just go, it's bad because it's National. They actually have to produce a reason why it's bad, and they haven't got notification. They've actually produced a reason why it's good.
You can't just say it's a bad bill because of the colour of the party that has promoted it.
Yeah. Okay.
I am so glad that they are not doing that.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the 2026 general election? It's in the Ballot Productions presents Bringing Kiwis Election 2026. Covering electorates from Cape Reinga in the north to Stewart Island in the south and everywhere in between. And available not just in your community hall, but also to watch from the comfort of your own home. Watch live and watch later. The way of accessing us is limitless. Let's It's in the Ballot bring you election 2026. Your candidates. Your questions. And their answers.